I have found that letting go is a key piece moving forward in these turbulent times. As I commit to moving forward with my life, I think having a perfect companion and opening new doors of opportunities to hit my goals is my first step in moving forward. And so I decided to go with BPI. In just 5 minutes with BPI, I know I'm going to make it there. Moving forward with BPI helps me in manifesting my plans and working towards it. You might think it's impossible to move forward in the middle of a lockdown and restrictions, but BPI made it happen. BPI made me realize that I am the only one that's in control of my time and my future. BPI made it happen by opening an account online in just 5 minutes. I now have control of my time and my future because I can now pay my utilities, insurance, and credit card bills online. On top of that, I can now shop online for all of my needs and wants along the journey of moving forward. To start taking a step towards the life that you want, open an account online with BPI now. Having your own BPI account places convenience in your hands. Just open the BPI mobile app, create a bank account in just 5 minutes, and you're good to go. Remember to always choose what chooses you. BPI, your best companion in serving your needs. Open an account online anywhere today.
Hello? Hello?
Podcast Network Asia.
Hi, this is Alec Cuenca, and you're listening to Small Talk. Hey guys, welcome back to Small Talk, small conversations with huge impact. My name is Alec Cuenca, and I'm your host. And before anything else, I would like to greet each and every one of you. Welcome back to the show. If this is your first time, then welcome. I hope you enjoyed this episode. And if this is your end time listening to the podcast, then welcome back. I'm so happy to see you, to see all of you guys here. And alam ko naman na when you listen to the podcast, you are investing in self-improvement. And that just means a lot that I am coming along with your journey as well. But for today, we have a very, very special guest. I'm so excited to meet this very inspiring person. Our guest for today is the founder of Hiraya Pilipina, a lifestyle brand that creates empowering statement tees, totes, and abaca masks that speak for women in the Philippines who are deeply empowered to speak their mind and use this empowerment to inspire others. With the tagline, made by a Filipina, for the Filipina. She is a fellow content creator that has over 100,000 followers on all of her social media accounts. And she is also the host of the podcast, Kwentuhang Pilipina. Let's all welcome to the show, your sunshine, Cleo. Hi, Cleo!
Love it! Nakakakilig naman yung intro.
Okay,
Yes.
yun talaga yung goal ko. Kailangan talaga kiligin yung mga taong nag-guest. Anyway, thank you
Aw.
again for inviting. I'm so happy na nakausap na kita. A lot of people, especially on TikTok, are really raving about you and talagang sila yung, when it comes to self-improvement as well, ikaw yung talagang pinupuntahan nila. Kaya it's really an honor and it's my pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me, Alec.
Yeah, okay. So as I've said, no, and what really is interesting for me is you're just 17, right? Clarify lang
Yes.
natin. You're 17
Yes.
years old. Wow. Okay. 17, I could remember nung 17 ako siguro, puro love life lang ako noon. Pero ikaw, you managed to start your own brand, Hiraya Pilipina. And just by hearing it, parang wow. Okay, hindi ko pa alam kung ano yung storya, hindi ko pa alam kung para saan siya, pero just hearing the name Hiraya Pilipina. So we want to know, and I'm sure all of the podcast listeners here want to know, what's the story behind Hiraya Pilipina?
Hiraya Pilipina really started out of passion. Kasi mahilig ako sa fashion and ang words of affirmation din yung love language ko. So, pinagsama ko yung dalawang yon to create statement tees that resonate with me, that speak for me, parang ganon. And honestly, I'm just really happy na na-discover ko na hindi lang pala ako yung nakapag-resonate sa mga salita na yon, sa words of affirmation na yun, kundi marami pa palang ibang tao. So, Hiraya Pilipina really wants to empower you, especially through words, because we believe na kahit siguro dito sa small talk, diba? Like small talk, big impact. These words have really big impact on other people talaga. So, yun yung pinaniniwalaan namin sa Hiraya.
Yeah, but I really want to know. That's interesting. Na it all started from your passion, which is fashion, and then you combined it with your love language, right? Which is words of
Yeah.
affirmation. But when did that idea na pwede pala natin itong gawing business? Alam mo, kailan dumating yung idea na when did that happen?
Okay, so 2021 ngayon, 2019 yon, mag-grade 11 pa lang ako. Bakasyon yon. And super inspired ako magtayo ng business kasi yung parents ko din, they are both entrepreneurs. By the way. So recently lang din sila nagtayo ng business, like 5 years pa lang. They were real estate people talaga. So na-inspire ako na, ang galing. Like yung vision mo, tapos mapupunta siya into a product, into a real business. That is so cool to me. Kaya noong grade 11 ako, nung sabi ko, ano ba yung kaya kong gawin? Kaya ko, tsaka yung gusto ko. And napag-usapan na naman natin kung bakit ko nga siya nagustuhan. So, pinitch ko agad yun sa parents ko. And itong parents ko, itong dad ko, hindi ko makalimutan, lagi sinasabi niya sa akin na kailangan mabilis, kailangan bias tayo towards action. Hindi pwede na puro plano lang. So, in-encourage niya talaga ako na after ng pagka-pitch ko na yon, o sige, hanap na yung suppliers, hanap na tayo ganito. And doon na...
Ang ganda, ang ganda. And just knowing that you have entrepreneur parents, I'm sure that the support really meant a lot for you and for the business as well. And I really love also what you said na wag tayo maging biased towards action. Yung parang sinabi ng daddy mo sa'yo na wag tayo maging biased towards action, hanap na tayo. And I think that's one of like the biggest misconceptions around building a business is that they need a foolproof plan na kailangan ng marketing plan, ganyan. No, gusto may idea ka, and gusto mo yung mangyari, act on it right now. Hanap ka na ng supplier. And that's what you did, right?
Yes. And actually, just to add to that, kasi right now, I'm a freshman. I'm taking up BS Entrepreneurship. So, finol on ko na talaga. And sa Enderal, like, napag-usapan namin na yung mga big entrepreneur names talaga, like, I'm not sure about the real statistics, but more than 50% ay wala talagang full business plan nung sinimulan nila yung product, yung idea.
Yeah. And actually ako, may kausap lang din ako na businessman kahapon. So may naisip kaming ka-idea. Sabi niya, outsource mo lang yan, hanap kang ganito. So sabi ko, hindi pa kailangan ng mga market research, mga ganon-ganon. Sabi niya, okay, hindi pala. Sabi niya, magsasayang ka ng oras. Mas maganda yung gawin mo siya habang nag-act ka. And that's what you did with Hiraya. But I wanna know more on bakit Hiraya yung pangalan. Saan nanggaling yung word na Hiraya?
Hiraya means a vision. So it's a deep Filipino word which means vision. And of course, Pilipina, meaning Filipina. And when you combine the two, yung naiisip ko is that it means a visionary Filipina. So ikaw yung it's more than a brand, it's an identity. Kaya in-incorporate na namin siya, tinatawag namin yung mga followers namin, customers namin na Hiraya Pilipina ka. It's an identity that you have, which means you have a vision for yourself, for the country, and of course for your fellow Filipinos.
That's really amazing. And parang, alam mo yun, hindi lang pala siya pang business lang talaga na you're also building this community, as we can say. Na parang tinatatak nyo sa identity nyo. And I love it. For me, when I saw your brand, you're not just selling t-shirts, you're selling a statement. You're selling a vision, kaya nga Hiraya. And that's just really amazing na, alam mo yun, a lot of people, I saw your stories and you had a lot of like benta nung 99. Tama, di ba? And congratulations on that. But from the beginning of Hiraya, how's the journey so far? Like, what are the growth? What are the changes that you've seen from the moment that you started it na ngayon na na community and identity building brand na siya?
Ang ganda naman ng tanong na yan. Kasi honestly, di ba sabi ko sa'yo, sinimulan ko siya nung mag-grade 11 pa lang ako. And nung time na yun, face-to-face pa eh. Kasi 2019 pa lang yun eh. And natigil ko siya. To the point na nagbebenta talaga ako sa mga batchmate ko. Alam nila yan. Like, talaga chinachat ko sila sa messenger na bili na kayo, may ganito akong statement fee, 399 lang. Pero to share with you, nag-invest kami ng 151 pieces of statement teas nun. So, nangutang ako sa parents ko around 20,000 for that one. And natulog lang yung product na yun. Natulog lang 70% ng product na yun for the whole year. Kasi busy rin sa school. Sabi ko, so face-to-face din naman yun. Kaya noong nag-pandemic, since I am privileged enough to have that opportunity na I am able to have this time sa akin, and sabi ko, I want to use this sa isang magandang bagay. So why not continue Hiraya Pilipina? And doon na, nung pandemic last year, doon na siya unti-unting na-build, unti-unting na-grow, unti-unti kami nag-release ng new collections. So sa loob ng 2 years na yun, marami talagang pagbabago. But I'm glad na nandito kami ngayon.
Nakakatuwa. And it's really nice to see and hear, the other side of entrepreneurship. Not no one really wants to post on social media na minsan matetenga talaga yung product. Minsan kakainin din yung time management mo, 'di ba? Ang daming mga ganong factors, but I'm really happy that you pulled it through, and now I can see that you're really growing. As you mentioned, like your team is expanding, your brand is expanding. It's just nice to see na okay, kahit pala may mga roadblocks, you can still make it happen in the future. But I want to ask, going back to the moment when you started, hindi nakalimutan ko yung tanong kanina, pero I want to ask, like, of course, so back then, you were like 15 years old. Tama?
Oh my God, yeah.
Okay, 15 years old. You know what? Let's start a business. Were you scared at all? And if yes, how did you manage your fears in like creating your own business?
Honestly, no.
Mhm.
Meron akong project ngayon in mind and pinitch ko ulit siya sa magulang ko and hindi ko alam pero nararamdaman ko parang sila pa nga yung natatakot sa akin. Like parang gusto nila akong alagaan, protektahan na wag mag-fail. But honestly, sabi ko, Dad, Mom, wala akong pake kung mag-fail ako. Kasi number one, wala pang nakasalalay sa akin. I'm only 17. Kung mawawala man pera lang and hindi pa siya sobrang ganun kabigat sa akin kasi hindi naman ako breadwinner. My parents are supporting us, kaming tatlong magkakapatid. And right now, ang mindset ko kasi habang bata pa ako at hindi pa mabibigat yung responsibility sa akin, especially in terms of finances, I will try. Gagawin ko talaga lahat to experiment. So, ganun yung mindset ko kaya hindi ako natatakot.
I love that. I love na hindi ka natatakot and at the same time, makita mo na what's there to lose? Pera na pwede mo nating bawiin. Pero it's more than that eh. You allow yourself to go through. Gusto ko yung linya na sinabi mo sa parents mo na okay lang mag-fail. Na ibang tao, business yan eh. Bakit mo iisipin yun? Pero the fact na you are open to that just shows your mindset na no, it's either we make this successful or we learn from it na magagamit din natin in the future, di ba? So I love that mindset. And I don't know, it's you're a diamond in the rough na kasi ako I've been through like hard moments in my life before I learned those. Pero ikaw parang there's this something energy inside of you na you know what? I don't care if I fail, and I think we could credit that to your parents as well for building that support system that allows you to just keep your mind, di ba? And so I want to now proceed to the thing because I'm sure a lot of people here, kahit yung mga estudyante pa lang or yung mga nagtatrabaho na, when they listen to this podcast, they would feel na, wait lang, kung isang 15-year-old nag-start sa 20,000 pesos nangutang sa parents, baka kaya ko rin. So if there are people right now na listening and they want to be aspiring entrepreneurs, what advice could you give to them?
Siguro kung tinanong mo ko nito last month, ang sasabihin ko lang is just jump into it. But right now, I feel like mas malalim na rin yung mindset ko because of college.
Yeah.
And you know what? If you want to start at a young age, make sure na yung product mo or yung service mo is something sustainable. Is something that the customers want. So, sobrang mahalaga na alam mo kung ano yung gusto ng customers mo. Kung ano ang manghihikayat sa customers na bilhin yan. Kasi sa business, madaling magsimula. It's easier to start than to maintain it.
Mm.
So, if hindi sustainable yung plan mo or yung product and service mo, edi sinimulan mo lang siya. But of course naman, kung gusto mo lang din simulan for, experience, that's totally fine. But if you really want to do it in the long run, then you have to make it sustainable.
Yeah, I love that. Na, if you're gonna start as well, make sure na, might as well make it last.
Yeah.
Make it last na rin, di ba? So I love that. Now, I'm also curious, what's like the biggest challenge na pinagdaanan mo with Hiraya or with your other projects as well as an entrepreneur? And how did you overcome it?
Biggest challenge. I think yun yung pakikipag-connect with people. I
Mhm.
mean, people in my team din, people na gagawin naming suppliers, especially ngayong pandemic, na parang hindi mo sila maramdaman. Ako kasi, Alex, super ako, intuitive.
Aha.
So, kapag nakita kita sa personal, tapos narinig ko boses mo, nagkausap tayo, mas alam ko kung match ba tayo ng energy.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
hindi natin magawa yun ngayon kasi may limitations dahil sa pandemic. So, yun yung challenge. And I think hindi ito yung kind of challenge na laging pinag-uusapan, no? Na parang it's hard to trust people as well, but it will be easy kapag alam mo na first match ka ng energy and second, they have your best interest at heart.
Yeah, I love that. That's true as well. I'm relatively young when it comes to businesses and networking, but I think that's one of like the biggest challenge for me as well. Kahit na pagdating sa content creation, like minsan vibe kayo, kung first time nyo mag-meet, then mga next meetings, hindi na pala makikita mo na kung paano siya talaga. Kasi hindi mo nga nakikita yung energy talaga. And ako for me, sobrang halaga din ng energy. Parang ayoko talaga ng mga mabababang energy.
Oh my God.
Kaya tinuturuan ko yung team ko, yung mga interns ko. Sabi ko, hindi pwedeng mababa energy sa akin. Sabi ko sa kanila ganyan.
Yeah.
Pero yeah, I can see the struggle that. And so, have you ever experienced na sumubok ka tapos parang ngayon nga nagkaroon ng mismatch ng energy, and how did you deal with it?
Yes, naranasan ko rin yon. And one of my core values kasi talaga is accountability. So, I don't expect people to execute things perfectly. But ayoko na parang nagkamali ka tapos hindi mo kayang i-acknowledge or hindi ka accountable doon. So, kapag may mga ganong tao, oh my God, I experience like firing people. I mean,
Wow. Okay.
kahit sa mga ganong bagay, talagang kailangan ko na siyang panindigan. Kailangan kong tumayo as a leader kasi hindi dapat magiging hadlang yung age ko para makita ako ng mga tao na hindi karapat-dapat. And I do my best to prove that as well. So, ayun.
Planning ahead of time is probably one of the best life hacks I go by. You also keep track of everything you do with a to-do list, grocery list, planner, and agenda? Is it enough? Sometimes the most important things in life come when we least expect it to. So it's best to always be prepared. I know it's hard, especially with everything that's going on at the moment, but there's one thing I can assure you with. You can start preparing your future while making the most of the present, even for just 5 minutes. Impossible? No. Kaya mo yan with BPI. To prepare for the future, you must be aware of the present. With BPI, you can start living in the moment without worrying about your future. BPI serves with speed and efficiency. You need to check whether your transaction is cleared? Pull up your BPI online account for the answer. You need to send money for your families while you're away? BPI online banking can immediately transfer funds. Security? Your future is secured with BPI. Just download the BPI mobile app. Click open a new account and then create a bank account. Fill out the important details, send a photo of your valid ID, and take a selfie. Confirm it right away to start funding your account within 7 days. See? In just 5 minutes lang, di ba? What a hassle-free way to prepare for the future. Kaya yan with BPI. Now, if you're still wondering about what the future holds, Open an account anywhere with BPI today. Experience the best life preparedness with BPI, near or far.
Okay. So, siguro isa yun, no? Isa yun sa mga hindi ko, hindi ko na naisip yun na. Since you are in the business and you have your own business, so you've tried firing at a very early age, and we've also mentioned like you've been delegating some tasks, and I know you don't have any experience with that na ganun pa. Pero with you firing people, how? Like, can you walk us through the process na, okay, ano yung pep talk na sinabi mo sa sarili mo na, okay, kailangan natin talagang gawin to. Ganyan. And what was,
Oh my God.
how are you, how did you feel during those moments?
First, gusto ko lang sabihin kasi baka nakikinig sila na we're good. Like, we're good really. As in, we ended it well. We also had an exit interview, ganyan. But kapag nakikita mo kasi na hindi na nagiging asset yung isang tao sa brand mo or sa company mo, kailangan hindi ka attached sa tao. Kung hindi, dapat attached ka sa vision. So, kahit anuman yung mangyari sa tao, kung hindi na siya match sa vision mo, then you really have to do it. So, noong mga time na yun first, I made I made a pros and cons list.
Okay.
Ng parang, okay, ano pa ba yung pros? Yung mga nako-contribute niya sa Hiraya, sa brand, and then yung cons. Ano na yung mga kakulangan or yung mga hindi na na-execute? Nagsasuffer na ba yung results ng Hiraya because of this? And kapag winay mo siya, doon mo na makikita na, okay, I have to make this decision. And hindi ko siya pinatagal. Alam ko, kasi sabi ko sa sobrang intuitive ko, dumating yung idea na yon like late at night. And kinabukasan, nag-message na agad ako. Kasi ayoko na pinapatagal. Ayoko yung habang nagtatrabaho tayo, may sama ako ng loob sa'yo.
Yeah.
So that was tough to do and to decide at a young age, but it was a great experience, I will say.
Yeah, I might also add na you don't really speak like a 17-year-old. Like, your mindset is way beyond. Like, yung mga kausap ko na 26, 27, medyo baby pa rin sila sa ganyang mindset. Pero ikaw, you know what? As much as I love you so much, but you're not aligned to the vision, so we gotta make this decision right away. And kinabukasan din, let's talk about it like that. It just shows, integrity and your commitment to your purpose and your vision as well.
Thank you.
I'm sure that that's not really easy, pero understanding, that it's for a bigger purpose, that it will work out eventually in the end.
Yes.
And yeah, so thank you so much. Just by that very short kwentuhan about Hiraya, dami ko na natutunan from you. But I really want to talk more. The next topics that I want to talk about are about your content creation, because I know that you're also passionate about content creation, whether it's on YouTube,
Super.
you're on TikTok, and your podcast as well. I want to ask, how did you get into content creation?
Alec, kasi di ba sabi ko sa'yo, super experimental. Tama ba yung word ako na tao? Even sa business. And kaya nung 14 years old ako, napapanood ko sina Pamela Swing. Ayan.
Yeah, mga OGs.
OG, grabe. And sabi ko, and ang ganda rin ng energy kasi ni Ate Pam, di ba? Na parang, wow. And sabi ko, feeling ko kaya ko yan gawin. So, hindi, yung era na yun before, hindi pa siya yung tipo na ngayon na madali na lang mag-YouTube kasi marami na rin gumagawa. So, hindi ka na iba. Ganon. I mean, or like, hindi na siya parang, hala, ba't yung magsastart na yun? Ba't niya ilalagay yung buhay niya sa social media? So, nung 14 ako, pinagkalat ko sa mga kaklase ko na, hey, subscribe kayo sa YouTube channel ko, magsisimula ako . And I guess that just says a lot about me being a woman of action talaga, na kapag may gusto ako, bakit ko hihintayin yung oras na lumipas bago ko siya i-execute? And hindi man maging maganda yung resulta, kasi I also tried, training for volleyball, kasi matangkad din ako, but it's not for me. Pero at least tinry ko. So itong content creation, nag-stick siya hanggang ngayon. So yun yung maganda about it.
Yeah, I love that. Na you were in that phase na experiment. And I just love how you're always this go-getter and let's just try it. Magkamali. Volleyball, let's try volleyball. Pero hindi natin masyado isipin. Like, we gotta act right now. And that's really important. You know, the reason why I'm here with the podcast and with the TikTok is I also said that na, you know what, lahat ng tao sumasayaw kumakanta sa TikTok, but hindi tayo magsalita ng isang oras sa TikTok, share our thoughts, practice my speaking skills. And so I did that for like 2 months straight. Tapos, you know, magulat ako, one of my videos became viral and, you know, I carried off that momentum. But I wouldn't be here if I thought about it more than 1 week. Like, if maisip ko siya, gotta take it. And as with your story as well, na, you know what, let's try it. If it sticks, then it sticks. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Pero it stick. And right now, you're gaining a lot of content. I saw a lot of your followers and supporters. They're really engaged with everything that you're doing, with your brand and with your content creation.
Yeah, I love them.
But what is like your favorite platform, by the way?
YouTube pa rin talaga. I'm an OG YouTuber.
Ang mga
How
vlog,
about
mga
you?
aesthetic. Ako, for me, it's the podcast. I
see.
tried YouTube, pero hindi ko talaga kinaya yung editing.
Yeah.
Masyadong nakakuha yung oras sa akin. Mas gusto ko lang magsalita at magdaldal tapos ipa-edit ka sa iba. Pero yeah, what do you think is like the main reason why your content is, really being loved by a lot of people?
I think nakikita nila sa akin at a young age na ine-execute yung mga bagay na ginagawa ko right now. And feeling ko nararamdaman nila na possible din for them to do that. Kasi yun yung karamihan sa mga comments na nakikita ko eh. Kaya doon lang ako nag-base na parang, wow, I'm really inspired by you. I'm sure you get those comments as well. So, super nakakatuwa na dahil nakikita nila sa akin, nararamdaman nila na possible din for themselves. Kaya napupush ako to really share my life and not only my wins, but also the ups and downs and everything in between.
Yeah, so you also post not the highlights. Pinapost mo rin yung ups and downs and the journey altogether. But I want to ask you, what's like the biggest why that you have in content creation?
Oh my God, it is really to create a safe space, not only for me, but for my viewers. And what I mean by a safe space, kasi medyo nagiging cliche na siya, but what it means for me is, number one, it is relatable. So, meron pa rin like universal aspect na parang kahit magkakaiba tayo na ginagawa, you will still be able to relate with me because that will make you feel safe. And number two, you're empowered. So, I think yun yung why ko sa Kwentuhang Pilipinas, sa podcast, giving this safe space then for people to share their kwentos. In my YouTube videos na nag-evolve every day in every video, yung editing style ko, I really try to make the vibe feel more safe for the audience and also for TikTok. Ay, more on videos ako, no? And like yung mahaba. Kasi hindi ako masyadong post sa Instagram. Nasa-stress ako sa photos.
Oo nga eh. Nakita ko yung sa TikTok. Nakita ko yung sa well, ako rin naman, hindi ako masyadong ma-Instagram. Pero nakita ko yung TikTok, nakita ko yung YouTube. Sabi ko, okay, like, siguro like those kinds of content creator na heavy on like the visuals, ganyan. Tapos nakita ko nga yung Instagram mo. Medyo chill lang sa Instagram, pero sobrang palo din sa sa YouTube, sa TikTok. Pero I want to ask, since right now you are, as we can see and as we heard from your story, you're really confident. But can you give a piece of advice for the people out there? How can they become more confident? How can they believe more in themselves?
I think confidence comes from self-awareness. If you know yourself and you know your strengths, then you will be confident enough that you have something to offer to the table. So more than just focusing on developing this confidence na sinasabi ng social media, try to find it not outside but within. It really comes from self-awareness. So I think yun yung advice ko to those who are trying to feel more confident.
Were there any moments in your life where you had to like really assess yourself and focus on your strengths? Are there any moments na na kinailangan mong maging self-aware, or you just, you acted it out and then you reflected after you might try, or were there any moments that you increased your self-awareness?
Actually, yes. And yung platform na yun is sa YouTube. So, nag-stop ako like mga 6 months din this year. Hindi naman yata 6 months, mga 4 to 5 months, ganon. Because, ayun nga, dahil pinoproject ko yung sarili ko as someone na can offer you a safe space, na magiging relatable, tinatry kong hanapin kung ano yung gusto mo. Like, naghahanap ako outward. But, the thing is, in order for that to be sustainable, kung ano man yung ginagawa mo, kailangan ang why mo is nasa loob. So, siguro that's just an example dun din sa sinabi ko kanina. So, yes, naramdaman ko siya. Kaya right now, I feel more connected to my videos. I feel more connected to my content. And I think that's important,
Yeah, and I think also na hindi masyadong nakikita ng mga tao yun na, and we can see it from the other content creators as well. If they're trying to like influence the outside, or masyadong ina-account whatever is happening on the outside, the metrics, other people's comments, yung mga sinasabi ng ibang tao, they're not gonna create very genuine videos. But if you're just creating content because deep inside you are aware that that's what you want to do, then it becomes easier and it becomes even more relatable. Dahil I really believe na the more personal it gets, the more universal it becomes. That's weird.
Love
I don't know
it.
how
Yes.
it works. Pero the more personal you produce here on social media, the more people can connect to it. And I think that's also what's happening to you. And so thank you so much for sharing those and sharing your stories about content creation as well. One of my favorite content that you put out was nung naisip ko, kasi there's a lot of content creators out there. There's a lot of people na sinabi nila na i-guess ko sa podcast. Pero nung nakita ko yung account mo, there was this one video about self-improvement. And so nakita ko yun, okay, I gotta have Cleo on the show. She's she's also a self-improvement nerd just like me. So, and I really love, the self-improvement. When did you start the process of, being aware na, okay, I need to improve myself on a daily basis as well?
I think it started din sa mga influences ngayong pandemic. Like, yung sa mga pinapakinggan ko na podcasts, sa mga pinapanood ko sa YouTube, sa mga kinokonsume ko sa media. And I filtered it out talaga. Like, mas naging choosy ako sa kung ano yung kinokonsume ko.
Mm-hmm.
Kasi alam ko na bawat information na nakikita ko, nakaka-apekto siya sa'yo, even subconsciously. So, siguro, mas nadiinan yun ngayong pandemic na, nandito lang tayo sa bahay. But of course, I want to say din naman na I'm also really grateful that I've got that kind of privilege to improve myself even during the pandemic. And if you're just, merely trying to survive, then that's also totally fine. And you don't have to feel na kailangan may ginagawa ka, especially in these trying times.
Stories are meant to be heard. At naniniwala ako na bawat isa sa atin ay may kwento maibabahagi. Hi! I am Cleo, the host of Kwentuhang Pilipina, and my podcast is a safe space to listen to different inspiring stories of Filipinos. From Ayin Bernosa's experience growing up as a Morena, what Riza Lana did differently that made her the CEO, to how Samira Gutok started as a leader. These are just some of the stories that you will hear at Kwentuhang Pilipina. So after listening to this one, make sure to check out the podcast on Spotify or whatever platform you are listening. Once again, it is Kwentuhang Pilipina. I will meet you there!
Yeah, I love that as well. No, it's not a requirement, and as you have mentioned a couple of times, that we are privileged, and I think the danger lies in knowing that we have the privilege, but we're not using it effectively. But for us, we're really creating content to serve and help other people, and that really just para sa akin talaga, it really makes everything better na rin. Kahit na in the subtlest way or in the
Yeah.
smallest ways, now we could help the way that we can. Through helping each other through mental health, through sharing more about self-improvement. And I really agree with what you said. And I just know for a fact that since you are also studying about self-improvement, that you're heavy on habits, that you're heavy on routines. So I want to ask, what are your top 3 habits that kung tatanungin ng mga tao, okay, this is what made Cleo today. What are the 3 habits that you can share to people?
Number 1, I read.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you guys, I wasn't always a bookworm. Hindi ako yung tipo ng bata na makikita mo with books. Kasi di ba may mga ganun na talaga even as a child and na-continue hanggang sa pagtanda. I just picked up that habit ngayon lang din. And reading is life-changing. Kasi nababasa mo in 200 to 300 pages yung lahat ng knowledge na na-consume ng isang tao sa dami ng taon nila na nabubuhay.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, sorry natawa lang ako kasi that's exactly what I keep on telling people. Like, imagine, worth 700 pesos, makukuha mo yung lessons ng isang taong 30, 40, 50 years old. Kahit nga ngayon nga ebook libre na, pero just take the time to read it in 200, 300 summary ng buong buhay nila, ng lessons ng buhay nila. And sorry, nakasingit lang ako kasi that's parang same na language eh. Same na language tayo, sabi ko rin sa kanila. Kasi sabi ko rin sa mga interns ko, magbasa kayo, hindi ako nagbabasa before, pero magbasa kayo. Yeah, sige, go ahead.
Love it. Ayan, guys, sa mga listeners, magbasa kayo. Siguro second habit is that I am intentional with my morning routine. So siguro for others, it can be their night routine then if they're a night owl. But for me, I'm really intentional with my morning routine. Kahit pa may 7 a.m. class ako, I try to wake up earlier than that to give that 1 hour, 30 minutes of time for myself. Kasi hindi ko kayang maglabas ng walang pumapasok na energy rin sa akin. So yun, having an intentional morning routine. Third is to journal. Or kung paano ko siya sabihin. Kasi baka yung iniisip ng iba sa journaling is like, dear diary. Or kaya parang, sinasabi lang yung araw nila. Pwede naman yun, of course. There are no rules in journaling. Pero for me, ginagamit ko yung journaling as a self-awareness tool. So, I ask questions. Ito yung most effective way sa akin. I ask prompts, questions, and then I try to answer it. Especially after making huge decisions or after a long day, ganyan, you try to ask, what is one best thing that happened today? You can start with that actually. Try nyo everyday. What is one best thing that happened today? Kasi mapapa-reflect kayo na parang, ano nga ba?
Ay, grabe. Ang ganda. Being intentional with the morning routine. And I just really love what you said. Na you can't give out, if you're not having inputs. Parang tinatanong nga rin ng mga tao, like, how do you create so many outputs? It's because I try to have as many inputs as I can. And that can start with your morning routine. So I really agree with that. And a lot of science can also back that up. And as well with the journaling, yun nga, hindi lang siya Dear Diary. I've been journaling for the past 4 years and it has changed my life. Kung merong isang habit na babalikan ko, it's that. It's just learning more about yourself, di ba? Kasi yung iba, nag-aaral sila sa school pero hindi nila inaaral yung buhay nila, yung sarili nila. And you can do that by journaling as well.
True. And to add to that, naalala ko lang yung sinabi sa Mindset Mentor podcast, nabanggit na akala kasi ng mga tao yung journaling unproductive because you're not producing things. Like, naka-pause ka, nagsusulat, anong ginagawa mo? So, yun yung nararamdaman. Parang, nararamdaman siguro na iba na it's not productive, but in fact, it is. That simple pause is really productive in order to make better decisions in the future and to continue doing your actions or doing what you love.
Yes, exactly. So it's a lot of there's a lot of productivity na hindi natin usually nakikita behind journaling. So thank you so much for sharing that. I really want to have more time to talk with you. And I hope though I can have you again here on the podcast. I think marami pa tayong pwedeng pag-usapan. But
Yes.
before we actually end this podcast, I want to talk about a little bit more about your podcast, which is the Kwentuhang Pilipina.
Mhm.
And can you share? I know you touched a little bit earlier, pero can you share what's the podcast about?
Kwentuhang Pilipina is again another safe space that we try to build. So it is a safe space to share cuentos or stories of different Filipinos around the globe, hopefully. And I just love how diverse our guests are. From Attorney Chel Jokno, who I am super grateful na we had on the podcast, to Ayin Bernos, to of course Rizal Hana. I think makakilala mo rin sila. And even to content creators. So iba-iba talaga eh. Kasi I believe that every story deserves to be heard, and kung may maganda kang kwento na alam mong magiging impactful sa ibang tao, then it's a platform that we made just for that.
Yeah, that's really amazing. Medyo natitiri-eye ako kasi ganyan na ganyan yung vision ko para sa Small Talk before. Like everybody has a story. And so if you have an amazing story, then you need to share it to other people. And I'm just really proud that there's another, I have a co-content creator that shares the same vision for stories and for people as well. So I'm sure Kwentuhang Pilipina will touch and will affect a lot of lives more. And yeah.
Thank you. Ganun din yung ginagawa ng Small Talk.
Yeah, hopefully mas marami pa tayo matulungan ng tayo. Mas marami tayong mas ma-inspire, Marami pang space dito. Kung gusto niyong sumali sa amin na mag-share din ng stories, pwede pa yan.
Yes.
But yeah, so I'm looking forward to, being on your show as well. And I just want to ask, with all the stories that you share, with all the things, you're still improving yourself on a day-to-day basis, with you having school, right? I just want to ask, what's next for your sunshine, Cleo?
Oh my God. Sabihin ko na dito, nag-announce sa Small Talk.
Yes, manifest. Let's go.
Yeah, so we're building an extension for Hiraya Pilipina, which is Hiraya Studios. So it will be an avenue for merch collaborations for different artists, creators, and brands. And kasi inisip ko, kung i-extend namin yung Hiraya Pilipina, una, in terms of, parang printing lang. Sabi ko, parang gusto ko mag-accept din ng custom printing, ganun lang nung una. But naisip ko, instead of waiting for clients to come to us and magpa-print, kami na yung mag-reach out sa mga tao. And especially, grabe ngayon yung power ng creators. So, I'm so excited for it. I'm manifesting it here sa Small Talk.
For sure. Ayan, sila Ayin saka sila Riza nag-manifest din dito eh. They're on the way. Ayin, naabot niya na yung So I'm so excited, and I'm really sure na simula pa lang din yan ng magandang journey for Hiraya and for you, Cleo. And I'm just really happy that you accepted this, and really grateful that you're here on the show sharing your stories. And I can't wait to hear, the next 5 years of your story, next 2 years, next 3 years of your story. So yes, and before I actually let you go, I have this small segment on the show. It's called Real Talk. It's kind of like fast talk, pero wholesome naman. It's a real talk. So you just, I ask you a question, and then you answer with either one word, one phrase, or one sentence. No explanation. Okay? Okay. So, first question. What is happiness?
Simplicity.
Wow. I love that. Simplicity. Okay. Second question. What's the best advice that you have ever received?
Huwag kang matakot, sumugal.
Of course. Paano ka mananalo kung hindi ka tumataya? I love it. Now, next question. What is the worst advice that you have ever received?
Oh my God. Wait.
Okay, take your time.
What's the worst advice I've ever received? It's to focus on school only. Yun.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Okay,
oh my God.
okay. Here. Louder. Okay. Next question. If you could start all over again, what would you have done differently? What's one
In
thing
terms
that you
of
in terms of your business?
business, I will get to know my customers first, my potential customers, and know what they want and know their pain points. Yeah.
Ganda, ang ganda, ang ganda. Thank you so much. Okay, last question. What do you want your legacy to be known for?
I want to be known as a compassionate leader.
Oh, that's really beautiful. I'm sure a lot of your team members can agree to that. Compassionate leader. And we can see that from you, Cleo. I'm just so excited. Marami pa akong energy, but thank you so much for having me here. If they enjoyed this episode, where can they find you online if they want to learn more about you?
You can find me everywhere on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Your Sunshine Cleo. I hope you subscribe to be part of the journey. And of course, you can listen to the podcast, Kwentuang Pilipina. You can also find my business on Instagram, Shopee, at Hiraya Pilipina. Thank you so much, Alec, for this opportunity.
No, thank you. The pleasure and the honor is all mine. Yes, guys, if you enjoy anything that we've said here, go and follow and listen to Kwentuhang Pilipina on Spotify as well. And yeah, I'm sure na if you're a fan of the podcast Small Talk, you will be a fan of Kwentuhang Pilipina as well. So again, Clea, thank you so much. If you enjoyed this episode, go ahead and share this on your Instagram. Do not forget to tag us at Sunshine Cleo and at Alec Cuenca or at Small Talk Podcast. And thank you so much for being here. I hope you learned something from this episode. And yeah, my name is Alec Cuenca, and this is Small Talk, Small Conversations with huge impact. And I will talk to you guys next episode. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to Small Talk. For more updates, you can follow me at Small Talk Podcast on Instagram and on TikTok. That's at Small Talk Podcast on Instagram and on TikTok.
The views and opinions expressed by the podcast creators, hosts, and guests do not necessarily reflect the official policy and position of Podcast Network Asia. Any content provided by the people on the podcast are of their own opinion and are not intended to malign any religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company, individual, or anyone or anything.